Welcome to the Eggs Invest podcast series, where we explore smart, practical strategies for successful residential property investment across the UK. I'm Anna, your host here at Eggs Invest, and today, we're going to slow things down a bit and focus on you. Because before you jump into property listings or start crunching rental yield numbers, it's important to understand one thing: not all investment strategies are made equal. And more importantly, not all of them are right for you. So many people start their property journey by asking, where should I buy? Or what kind of property gives the best return? And those are great questions, but they're not the first ones you should be asking. The real first question is this: what kind of investor am I? That means taking an honest look at your current financial position, your long-term goals, your comfort with risk, and your stage of life. Because investing in real estate isn't a one-size-fits-all game. Someone in their early 30s with a stable income and 30 years ahead to build wealth will have a very different approach than someone nearing retirement, looking for steady income and low volatility. And that's totally okay. The goal isn't to follow the crowd, it's to make smart decisions that align with your situation. Let's start with risk tolerance. This is a big one. Ask yourself, are you comfortable with the idea of taking on debt like a mortgage? How would you feel if your rental property sat empty for a few months? Are you okay with the idea of property prices fluctuating over time? If that makes your palms sweat, you're not alone. Risk tolerance is personal. Some people thrive on ambitious, high-reward projects like house flipping or HMOs. Others prefer the reliability of single lets in stable areas with consistent tenants. And then there's your financial status. Do you have savings for a deposit? How's your credit score? What's your monthly cash flow like after expenses? In the UK, lending criteria vary depending on your income, age, and even the type of property you're buying. So understanding where you stand financially helps shape what kind of property and what kind of strategy makes sense for you. Now let's talk about income brackets and life stages, because these play a major role in shaping your investment plan. Let's say you're in your 20s or early 30s, just getting started, and you've got modest savings. You might look into joint ventures or buying in lower-cost cities where rental yields are strong. Maybe you live at home and can afford to take a little more risk. If you're in your 40s or 50s, your income may be more stable. You might be looking to diversify your portfolio or start planning for retirement. A hands-off, long-term rental in a commuter town with steady demand could be a great fit. And if you're approaching retirement, you may want income-generating properties with minimal hassle, something that doesn't involve refurb projects or tenant turnover every few months. The beauty of the UK property market is that there's something for everyone, if you know what to look for based on where you are in life. Let's not forget credit and lending. In the UK, getting approved for a buy-to-let mortgage depends on several factors: your income, your debt-to-income ratio, your credit score, and even the projected rental income from the property. You'll often need at least a 20 to 25% deposit, and lenders like to see a healthy financial profile. So part of tailoring your strategy is knowing what kind of financing you're eligible for and planning accordingly. Maybe that means saving a little longer before buying, or starting with a smaller property and scaling up. Here's the takeaway. Just like you wouldn't wear shoes that don't fit, you shouldn't invest in property strategies that don't fit either. There's no pressure to go fast or compete with anyone else. The goal is to build your wealth at your pace using strategies that suit your situation. So before you dive into viewing appointments or download another Rightmove alert, take some time to reflect on who you are as an investor. Be honest with yourself. Know your strengths, your limits, and your priorities. Because once you get that part right, everything else becomes a whole lot easier. Thanks for joining me today on the Eggs Invest podcast. If this episode helped give you clarity on your personal investment style, be sure to follow or subscribe. We've got plenty more coming your way to help you build smarter, stronger investments in the UK residential market. I'm Anna, and I'll see you in the next one.